Overeating and binge eating cause weight gain, but people only overeat high-fat, high-sugar, ultra-processed junk foods. And I'm one of those people. Whenever I start eating chocolates or crisps or biscuits, I end up binge eating on those, which is why I end up gaining weight. So for the next 5 days, I'm going to challenge myself to have 0 junk foods. That is 0 high-fat, high-sugar, ultra-processed foods. My question is, can I do it? And how will I feel? I want to know if I will get those withdrawal symptoms that people generally get when trying to stop something addictive. I'm also going to see if I lose any weight. I currently weigh 120.8 kilos, and I want to know if I will lose around half a kilo by the end of the next 5 days. I am going on a 2,000 calorie diet, and I'm weightlifting and doing cardio every day. So let's see what happens, and more importantly, how will I feel? It's the end of the day. I've had my lunch. I've finished my work. Time to hit the gym to do a leg day, walk for an hour and get my steps in. And right now I'm feeling pretty good. But to be fair, we haven't even had one day without junk food. It's only 5 o'clock in the evening. There's still a few more hours to go. So let's see how I feel at the end of the night. I'm back from the gym. I am starving. So here's what I'm going to have for dinner. I'm starting off with a bowl of broccoli and cauliflower florets. I'm going to move on to a leafy green salad, followed by an apple, and then this massive portion of chicken and pesto pasta bake. So my total for the day will be just over 2,000 calories. I'll put it up on the screen, which consists of 153 grams of protein, 246 grams of carbs, and 51 grams of fat. After this, hopefully I will be full and I won't feel like having any junk food. At the moment, I'm okay. I have slight cravings, but it's nothing that I can't handle. So if everything goes to plan, that's day 1 done. It's day 2, 8 a.m, and I've just got to the office. I didn't get too much sleep yesterday, around 5.5 hours, which, as we know, isn't good for energy. It's not good for cravings. So let's see how today goes. My plan is to have probably 2 coffees with semi-skimmed milk, and I've got a few protein bars to keep me going, as well as a small handful of nuts. So let's see how that goes. I'm happy with how today went at the office. I said no to a free chocolate brownie that my manager offered when we were at a coffee cart. So there's a win. Now time to head off home, go to the gym, and then have dinner. Let's see how I feel in the evening. But right now I'm feeling pretty good and pretty happy with myself. And my cravings actually aren't that bad at all. I nearly caved in when I got home and went to put away my container of nuts in the cupboard. The first thing I see is an open box of chocolates. Of course, that caused a spike in my cravings, but I didn't give in. So now we're at the gym, or I've just got to the car park, gonna do my session, and then go home for dinner. So the rest of day 2, yesterday, went pretty well. I didn't give in to any of my cravings, even though I did have some strong cravings in the evening. However, I stuck it through and I didn't give in. So I'm really proud about that. Now we're here on day 3. We're here in the evening. I've had a high-protein lunch. I did have some cravings earlier in the day before I had lunch, but honestly, after I had lunch, I've been feeling pretty good. Now let's see if my cravings come back in the evening, although I do have a feeling that the longer I do this, the easier it will become. So let's see. Here's how the rest of day 3 went. So I ended up having this for dinner, this Hunter's British chicken and bacon. Now this is over 600 calories and 60 grams of protein, so it's pretty filling. However, by the end of it, it did become very sickly, and I just didn't feel satisfied with the food. So I ended up having 1 piece of this Bailey's milk chocolate biscuit, which is the thing that I was trying to avoid this week. However, it is 86 calories, and it still kept me within my calorie target, which is under 2,000 calories. So I'm still in a deficit, so it's not the end of the world. But it does go to show just how much of an impact food can have on us and our self-control, which is a little bit scary. Anyway, today is a new day, day 4, it's lunchtime. I'm going to be having this protein peri-peri chicken for lunch. It's just over 30 grams of protein, and I'll probably pair it with a protein bar or a protein yogurt, which I know can be classed as ultra-processed food, because it is. But at least it's not high fat, high sugar, so it's not a biscuit, it's not a cookie, it's not a chocolate. It doesn't spike your blood sugars in the same way. However, my cravings today have been pretty bad, especially in the morning. And I don't know if it's because I'm in a deficit right now, or if it's because I had a chocolate biscuit last night and my brain now just wants more. But it is pretty scary knowing just how much control these food companies can have over us. But anyway, I haven't given in today. After I've had my lunch, I should be okay once I'm feeling pretty full. And we'll see how the rest of the day goes. But I'm not going to make the same mistake as yesterday, although I do have one more packet of those to eat. Today I'll go back to my chicken and pasta, which is tasty. It's a slightly larger portion and it is filling and satisfying. So hopefully I won't cave in today. So it's finally day number 5. I'm just about to have my lunch. Now, other than feeling hungry, I don't have an urge to reach for junk food, which is a really good thing. So once I've had my lunch, I'll finish off my work, I'll go to the gym in the evening, come back for dinner, and then I'll see how I feel. I'm hoping I don't get the urge or that pull to eat junk foods, but let's see how we go. So here's how the rest of day 5 went. I had that chicken and bacon again just because I had to finish it off. I had to eat it, otherwise it was going to go in the bin. And lo and behold, because I found it sickly, I ended up snacking again. So I had 3 cookies, but you know what? I was still in a caloric deficit, so I don't mind too much. Now, when I weighed myself this morning, I was 118.6 kilos. That means I lost 2.2 kilos in 5 days. But of course, not all of that is actually fat or body mass. In fact, most of it is probably water. And I reckon at least 1.5 kilos of that is water. So I'm going to guess that I've lost up to half a kilo, which is still pretty good in 5 days. But I have been walking for 1.5 to 2 hours a day. I have been weightlifting 3 times in the week as well. So all of that adds up, and I've been aiming for 2,000 calories. So I have been on, I would say, around or just under an 800 calorie deficit on average. So that would explain why I've probably lost half a kilo in the last 5 days. What I will say is this has been a great start back into my fat loss journey, and if I can keep this up, then within a year I should be in pretty good shape. But I do want to stress the importance of eating foods you enjoy, because if that is important to you, then you will be less likely to binge once you're satisfied with the foods that you're eating. I'll keep bringing out more videos and updates like this, and let me know in the comments below if you're on your own fat loss journey. I'd love to hear from you. I'll see you next time.